In fact, this was pointed out by Crotty right away, is that Portland, best team taking care of the basketball all season. Miami Heat were turning them over. Dame Lillard, he was in clamp jail all night. Nothing. 3 for 10. This is your MVP candidate? This is who they bring us? Well, unfortunately, their little MVP ran into
Hey,
Jim VP.
That's not
Jim VP.
No.
Jim VP.
You can't be using the train. You can't use the train all willy-nilly.
It's this whole Jim VP train. We're taking them all out the road trip. All right. Next stop, Chris Paul Central Station. Getting a little buzz this past week because Charles Barkley putting some respect on your name. Not when Jimmy Buckets rolls into town. Oh, where are we going now? Love Handle Lane, Nikola Jokic. We got it all happening on this road trip.
Yeah.
I can't wait. Oh, they kicked their ass yesterday. It was really one of the most stress-free Heat wins of the season. That was crazy. You guys can text the show at 786-360-079. Text on the ticket driven by Kendall Toyota and West Kendall Toyota. Texter writes in, Anthony Edwards' dunk was far better than the Bridges dunk. I just rewatched it, man. There's a couple of things that I think mess it up. And it was funny because SportsCenter actually put a poll for dunk of the year. And the three they put up was Miles Bridges, Anthony Edwards, and then the Bam Adebayo dunk over Sabonis. Now, a couple of things that helped the Bridges dunk.
He was in the air for like 5 seconds.
One is the call. Yeah, well, one is that. One is the call. Two is he stuck the landing. The Anthony Edwards dunk, he kind of like falls down, even though it was very powerful. Comes from the side a little bit, so it's kind of sneaky, caught a body. This was just through everybody. Fly through everybody. And then the Bam, I think Bam would have gotten more credit, but the problem is that dumbass referee ruined it by giving him a charge call initially. So Bam's like looking around bewildered. So he had to go to he got a retroactive emotional dunk because the initial reaction to Bam's dunk over Sabonis, which he took off, was foul. Even though I think Bam's was the furthest, he took off the furthest. And he's bigger than all of those guys, obviously. But I mean, his dunk was awesome. Dunked it right over that stupid Sabonis's feathery hair. I loved it. Miami Heat yesterday, they got themselves a win over the Portland Trailblazers. Now, I want to give you this little important nugget here, Leroy. So I've found out via Twitter that Jimmy Buckets and the Jim VP train has pulled past a couple of stations. Woo! Woo! So I didn't know this was a thing, but apparently it is. But there's a thing called the Basketball Reference MVP Tracker. And according to Simon Sperling, which you guys should go follow him. He has some good stat stuff on. I read a lot of his stuff on Twitter. You guys should go follow him at Simon Sperling. He's got some good stuff. Jimmy Butler is now ranked 8th in the Basketball Reference MVP Tracker, passing Luka Doncic and Damian Lillard. Woo! Woo! Jim VP. Jim VP. Jim VP.
Not
Come on,
again,
Leroy.
8th.
Put your hat in the ring.
No.
VP.
I celebrate
Jim
top threes.
VP.
He gets in the top 3, then
Dude,
I'm on.
Leroy,
But I told you.
Leroy, get on the ride now because we got ourselves a tour day MVP that's about to happen right now. I'm going to take you through.
The ride is open, but everybody's not in their seat yet.
We're going to sightsee, dude, because we got old James Harden's got the hammies issues. Ooh. You got
Where's
Nikola
James Harden on the list?
I don't know where he is on the list. I only have where Jimmy Butler is on the list. That's
you
8th.
only have to 8th?
Yeah, Simon
You only
Sperling
have
only
to 8th?
I only got the tweet. I didn't look at the rest of the list.
Unless you want
I don't know where I find the list.
If you want your train to be valid, you have to discuss the possible leaps or cities that will be stopped and passed.
Okay, here's the basketball reference tracker. All right, number 1 on the list, Nikola Jokic. Okay, well,
He's in first place.
First place, Nikola Jokic. Now, I don't know if you know this. But Nikola Jokic got called out by his coach the other day for their little meltdown against the Celtics.
Okay, and guess what?
He wasn't in the timeout.
Guess who will be there and guess who won't?
What? Who?
The coach won't be there.
Whoa! You think Malone's going to be on the hot seat?
If they have to make a decision.
You know who had dinner with him in the bubble? Nikola Jokic.
Who?
Goran Dragic. Little Balkan Peninsula whaling.
All right.
How do you do whale with a Slovenian accent? Hey, buddy. That's a Slovenian whale.
All right.
Now, that's number 1 on the list. Number 2? You want number 2?
Yeah.
Okay, number 2 on the list, James Harden. Get the hell out of here. Tanked his way out of Houston. He's on the list, but he's kind of like that. He's kind of like UCF. Like, he's got no chance. Sorry. No chance at the title game. Giannis Antetokounmpo, he's number 3. Again, he's out. Sorry. You had 2 straight MVPs.
Well, they're not giving him 3 times.
No shot. No shot. All right. Kawhi Leonard? Maybe. We'll see. I mean, he hasn't had the guts to play the Miami Heat.
Kawhi is Jimmy with a better shot.
LeBron James. I think LeBron James had a really great chance to win it, but who knows? I think he's coming back in 3 weeks. He's out.
Man, what kind of sore groins do these guys get?
I don't know what to tell you.
He's old.
Rudy Gobert. Get the hell out of here. Rudy Gobert, number 6 on the list. Come on. Kyrie Irving takes a personal day every 3 days. He's out.
That's Kyrie Irving's on the list?
Oh, yeah, he's number 7. So let's just say, all right, Nikola
Jokic. I think you can legitimately throw 3 of those guys out.
Yep, LeBron, Harden, Antetokounmpo, and Kyrie Irving.
Irving.
And Rudy Gobert. So really, Jimmy Butler's like 3rd on the MVP ladder. Because if we're really thinking about it, no. Because you got Nikola Jokic, I think he's a legit number 1.
James Harden.
Kawhi Leonard.
Kawhi Leonard. That makes him 4th.
James Harden, with his hammies now out, couldn't even make it through the year after you tanked the first 12 games.
By the way,
Leroy,
he's 4th. I give him 4th.
And by the way, we got ourselves a little Gym VP tour. If you guys want to come for a nice little tour this week, we're going to go to the desert. First stop was the Northwest. Now, gonna take a little troll,
You said it right, little troll.
Little stroll on down to the desert.
The first time.
Little stroll on down to the desert. Because I know Chris Paul's getting a little sneaky buzz. Doesn't put up the big numbers, but obviously has been done fantastic things with the Phoenix Suns this year. Unfortunately for him, Jim VP's coming to town. And we remember what Jim VP did to him on Oklahoma City, where Chris Paul tried to mess with dunks. And what happened? Sent him flying. Give him the old shimmy, right?
Chicken wing. Just a little chicken wing.
Sent him flying like a little teddy bear. And then we take on the Joker on Wednesday. A little back action.
Question. I was thinking of this.
Yep.
Came to me yesterday. Is point guard Chris Paul.
Yeah.
Is he the Chris Carter of basketball?
Is he the Chris Carter of basketball? I feel like people I don't know. Like, give me the reference there. Like, what do you mean?
Well, just like what people thought of Chris Carter, right? Versus what, overall, like the
players
people like Chris Paul, his game or whatever. But as you start hearing stories, players and teams are telling stories about Chris Paul that, don't put him in such the best of light.
I think people just think his act wears thin from time to time.
Okay, I think yeah. Like, that's what I'm right. Like, I never had a problem with Chris Carter because It was about football to me.
Right.
Right. But you start hearing the stories, and when he came down here, and and when he was in Philadelphia and stuff like that, that would his overall look was different on the outside than it was on the inside.
Texter writes in, what about Embiid? Not on the ladder, at least not in the top 10.
Embiid's not even on the list?
Not on the list anymore. I'm sure he would have been, but I think he missed too many games.
All right.
I think he missed too many games. I don't, I guess
Jimmy missed a lot of games too, though.
He did, but he apparently, according to the tracker, the train's moving on.
No, but again, if you put all the numbers together and they miss all the same amount of games, does that move guys back up? Because when you see how many games Jimmy missed,
I don't think that he's there anymore, though. As far as missed games, I feel like he's kind of put all that in the rear view.
No, but you still missed. Wait. At the end of the day, you missed as many games as you missed.
I know, but I think we're kind of getting to the part of the season where, like, I don't think he's. I haven't looked, so I don't know. I'm kind of spitballing here. I don't know what games he's missed compared to Embiid. I'll go look, but I would guess that's why, is that Embiid's just missed a lot more games, and I think LeBron's going to miss a lot more games because of how many games he's going to be out.
I think LeBron mentally has gotten to the point where, it was a thing early on, and then he got this injury, and he's like, no, now it's about the playoffs. So he's moved on.
Got to, yeah.
Yeah, damage you have to, especially when you have, your running mate is always banged up too. You might have to carry that load.
Well,
with Kyle Kuzma.
Well, Jimmy Butler, he laid waste to Dame Time's candidacy yesterday. Dame Lillard throwing up a big old 3 for 10. I don't want to hear, they played in a back-to-back. First of all, they barely played in a basketball game on Saturday, all right? They hosted the Pistons, all right? It's barely a basketball game. So if you guys are tired from that, you know what I'm tired of? Your excuses, Portland. I don't want to hear it. Sorry. The Heat look fresher. Yeah, you want to know why they look fresher? That's what you call Heat culture, getting after it, all right? The nitty-gritty. Getting into passing lanes, getting hands on basketball.
Can you relax?
No. I'm not going to relax.
It's a long season. Relax.
Here's but one person who also fell victim. All right, Jimmy Butler. He had himself a good game during the game, but then after the game, his former teammate had to catch some. Here's him giving the business to Derrick Jones Jr.
The defense obviously led the way tonight. What did you like about the way you guys executed on that end, especially against their guards?
We did a great job shutting down Derrick Jones Jr. There's a star report. Go in there and lock that shit up.
You, since you got here last season, you were pushing and preaching, saying that this team could be an elite defensive team. And there were moments last year where you showed that, but statistically, I think you guys finished in the middle of the pack. This year, you guys have been elite. What do you think has been the difference on the end of the court this season?
We got rid of Derrick Jones Jr., got his ass up out of here. We started guarding.
Now, does everybody know he's kidding?
Yep. Simple as that. I hate you, DJ. Record that.
Because that guy does not. He's not asking questions like
Anthony. No, Anthony covers the team. He knows. I think he knows, but I think he did want some serious material.
That I would say.
I don't know if he's probably thinking to himself, I don't know if tone is gonna translate to the Miami Herald, Jimmy.
I would say this. One of the differences between football and basketball is football, we had to talk once a week.
Yep.
And then after a game. And I think it's a little different when you talk every day.
Yeah.
You see what I mean? And basketball, you pretty much talk every day. So, Anthony seemed a little annoyed, like, hey, I'm trying to get, it's late.
It was so late. It's 1 a.m.
It's late. I'm trying to get, and you up for shenanigans.
That's what professionals have to. I'm here for the shenanigans. I wish every answer was like that.
I tell you what, I promise you this.
Yep.
I promise you this. You wasn't there for that press conference.
I was.
You were?
Yeah.
No, you weren't.
Swear to God, go look at my Twitter account. Go see when I tweeted out that video.
So you were on the Zoom call at 1 a.m.
Yep.
And you came to work early. Did you go to sleep?
I did. I got some good sleep. It was a relaxing Sunday, It was a relaxing Sunday, so I was good.
Did you watch any golf?
Like Friday, I threw it on. I was gonna watch Saturday, but you know what? Actually, I didn't know UFC was in the afternoon on Saturday.
Oh, I saw some of that. Yeah.
So I had.
By the way,
I had Marlins and Mets on one TV, and then on the other TV, I threw on UFC. So I was like, golf's losing out. Sorry. Now I threw on the Panthers for like 3 seconds because it was 3-0 in like 4 minutes.
Bob over.
Oh,
no, I mean,
over.
it was just a vintage 4-goal bob. It was
but it's a non-bob under if you want to call it.
It's a non-bob under. Is that exactly? It was a non-bob. I didn't watch the game because I turned it on. It was 3-0. I'm like, out of all the stuff on right now,
scoring now.
Yeah, I think they've lost 3 in a row by 3 or more goals or something like that.
Yeah, they like I know Drieger had a 3-0. Bob gave up 4, but they didn't score any.
Yeah, I think Quinville called it a garbage game. We're gonna just throw it out. So there you go.
Yeah. But yeah, so
yeah, I was on the Zoom call.
I saw that knockout you sent me.
Oh man, Efia Jagba.
Wait, dude, like, is he okay?
Yeah, you guys have to see. I'm sure if you guys haven't seen this, I'll retweet this during the break. If you guys haven't seen Efia Jagba's killer knockout, but he knocked out a dude. I guess the guy I know Efia Jagba. I didn't know anything about the guy that he was fighting, but apparently the guy was a cruiserweight coming up, and
he's going back down.
Yeah, he took it like a cruiserweight.
Oh my goodness.
He went night.
Like and like when I see guys get hit like that, I'm thinking, do you have any defense, dude? Because like it wasn't a setup, it wasn't a feint that opened up he was just swinging. Whew, brutal.
The best is when you send the video, like you're watching 2 screens. And like when you send the video out, like you're seeing both screens. You're watching the Showtime boxing and the Top Rank boxing, and I see the dude get knocked out, and I see Ronaldo. He's laughing. He's losing and laughing. Like, oh my god, he's laughing.
Looks so inappropriate.
Yeah, he's laughing at this guy getting knocked out, but it was just on a different screen on a different event.